Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Franco Rossi, who is the president of Aquafil USA. Franco, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Kemp. Glad to be here.
A lot of time my listeners like to hear about who I'm talking to. We're going to talk about your expansion in Cartersville. Truly some amazing numbers. I think it's the third expansion down there that you've done. We'll get into that in just a minute. Just a little background on you. You came to the United States 15 years ago to lead Aquafil's entry into this market. You have a lovely wife, Patricia. You've raised two daughters here through the USA schools, but you have dual citizenship, and you split your time between Italy and the United States, right?
You're exactly right, Kemp. I spend way more of my time here in the United States right now. Italy just a little bit for vacation and some business trip to the headquarters.
The part of Italy you live in is a beautiful part of the world, so I know why you go back there when you're taking time off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I got the luxury of being with you and touring some of your facilities last fall and really enjoyed that. We'll make that part of this interview. But first, let's get into this expansion. You have announced, and I was just down there last week, you're well underway. There was some commentary in the local newspaper not too long ago that said that this was a $20 to $25 million investment, and it actually increases your manufacturing facility by 50%. Is that right?
It is right. I think you got the numbers right. The cost of the expansion, when everything is said and done, will be exceeding $20 million, probably getting close to 25, as you said. We're moving all our reprocessing facility to a new building, which we have recently acquired. So we are now operating out of two facilities. The historic one, the one that we built in 2006 here in Aquafil Drive on the north side of Cartersville. And then we're now operating a second facility where we are finishing up our yarn with twisting, its setting, and air entanglement at 101 Friction Drive, which is on the southern side of town. Yeah, we have added a lot of people, even more of what we announced originally. Mm-hmm. I believe that by the end of the year, when all the projects that are currently being implemented are finished, we'll be close to 400 associates here in Cartersville.
All right, well, let's talk about, because some people might say, especially, the financially oriented people would say, now, wait a minute, we're talking about an industry, the carpet industry, that's somewhat flat right now. And here's this company, a global company, and I might add that when you look at the independent suppliers of carpet yarn, you're probably neck and neck with Invista from a poundage standpoint. You're a major player, if not the largest, the second largest supplier of carpet yarn for a company that doesn't make carpet. So you're spending this money to expand here. First question to ask you is, how is it that you're seeing growth in a business that's relatively flat?
Well, I believe because we have introduced some new ideas, some new concept to this industry. Mm-hmm. The service that we give to non-integrated company with our solution dyed yarn, mm-hmm. providing full service and ready-to-top packages, has been very well received by a good part of the industry. And second, I think more recently, we have introduced EcoNil, this 100% recycled nylon 6, which really have changed the game and have changed the perception of what you can do with nylon and what nylon 6 can do in this industry. These, I believe, have been two major factors to justify our ability to grow even in, as you say, a flat or stagnant market.
Yeah. So, let's talk, for instance, the two biggest players in the carpet industry, Shaw and Mohawk, they can make their own nylon 6. They have their own capacity, and yet they buy from you. Why do they buy from you, do you think?
I believe that we can provide them with something which will be hard for them to accomplish. Mm-hmm. There are some product that we can manufacture, and they have a hard time to manufacture internally. Mm-hmm. For instance, that we are the only company providing nylon 6 sulfonated or cationic-based fibers in a variety of colors. And the way our facility are made allow us to run very small lots of yarn, and so we can provide relatively small poundage in many, many different colors, many, many different SKUs. Mm-hmm. And so even companies which are fully integrated find it logical to source some of those small volume items through us because of this capabilities that we have.
All right. So to summarize, what you're telling us is that you can do these specialty short runs, very special as far as using cationic dyes, your solution dyed, your focus on color. You can do the short things that they don't want to do because they like to run their equipment night and day on these long run type SKUs. But secondly, as you said, a big part of your growth is coming from the sustainability part of your message, which is that you now have a fiber and have had for a while called EcoNeil. You're able to take nylon 6 carpet fiber that's been used and turn it back into new nylon 6. And you've built a beautiful facility in Slovenia, which I saw last year. And one of the parts of this expansion you're doing is to be able to give that plant in Slovenia more recycled carpet based on what you're doing here, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kemp. We are very happy with the development of our sales of EcoNeil, but also we are very happy with the improvement we have made in the processing old nylon or discarded nylon back into new fibers. We have started the investment 4 years ago. As it is fairly new technology, we have been learning by doing it, and so it's a continuous improvement process. As you know, I mean, the main feed stream of raw material are spent fishnet and used carpets. So our role here in the United States is going to be to generate raw material coming from carpet to be sent to Slovenia and then to be transformed back into, like virgin caprolactam, and back again into nylon. We believe we have found a good system to procure fishnets and to treat the fishnets in order for them to be efficiently recycled back in nylon. We're still investing and focusing now here in the States to get material coming from carpet, because as our final product is carpet fibers, we want to be sure we can really become fully circular and be able to recycle carpet back into carpet. We have been trying to source this fluff, the pile, shaved off used carpet from the industry. But we found ourselves competing with plastic recycling. And so the industry really did not focus on making a product the way we wanted. So we were concerned that if we did not step in directly, at one point we were not going to be able to do what we wanted, which is, as I said, recycle carpet back into carpet.
Right.
So in the next month, in August, we're going to start up an operation here in Cartersville to shear carpet in order to generate good, pure carpet fluff to be sent to Slovenia. And very likely, after this first step, we're going to keep investing in this type of operation, because for us it's vital to procure and to make sure that our plant in Slovenia is well fed with the volume and the quality that we need, because we are a firm believer in our system. So we don't want to just be taken short by unavailability or non-availability of the raw material we are so hungry for. So we're going to do it ourselves, in other words. It was looking to us that carpet recycling industry and our needs were kind of diverging. So we decided that we had to step in and do it directly. And so we're getting ready to start. And I believe that this is not going to be the last step of our expansion. So our shareholders are fully committed to the carpet industry. So whenever they see the opportunity to do more or to do it better, we'll do it.
Well, again, we've been talking to Franco Rossi, who's the president of Aquafil USA, about his expansion in Cartersville, Georgia. And you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.